Hello the internet and welcome to another Science Week 2021 workshop with the CNRL Library Innovation Studio. Today we're going to show you how you can cook food using just the power of the sun, even if you're in a cold environment. Solar ovens use light emitted from the sun to cook food, and this works in cold environments too, because when visible light is absorbed by an object, that object converts the short wavelength light into long wavelength heat. This causes the object to get warmer. Our solar cooker has a transparent lid to let more light waves in, and we've painted it black on the outside, and we're using a matte black saucepan because black objects absorb more light. That's why they're black. No light is being reflected back towards your eyes. So all that light wavelengths is going to get converted into heat wavelengths. They're not going to be bounced away at all, which is fantastic. Once the light energy has been converted into heat energy, it's trapped inside the cardboard box because we've got a sealed lid on it, and the tin foil and cardboard helps insulate the cooking area as well to stop all that heat energy escaping. Now we're going to show you how you can make your own solar cooker and a few simple recipe ideas for what you can cook inside. But basically, anything that could potentially be cooked in an oven can also be cooked in a solar cooker. For this workshop, all you're going to need some plastic trays. Meat trays are good. You want something that's very see-through and doesn't have any holes in it. You need a cardboard box. You'll need a black pot or pan. You'll need some tin foil, glue, scissors, some tape, and the power of the sun. Get your cardboard box and get the matte black pot you're planning on cooking in. It doesn't want to be too snug a fit, but it doesn't want to be rattling around inside there instead. Make sure you can get it in and out easily. Second thing you need to consider is, does your plastic lid fit the box? You may have to cut your box to fit, just like me. I'm going to put my plastic lids on top, then cut at the point where they reach. I'll cut my box all the way around and slide it in until it fits just nicely. Then I'll tape it up to keep it in place and to stop any heat escaping the box. Now we have to line the entire inside with foil. Make sure you have the shiniest side pointing outwards and the matte side against the box. We want to get as much reflection in there as possible. Cut your foil to size and tape it in. Don't forget to put foil in the very bottom of the box as well. Once that's done, we need to make a reflector panel. You might be able to make this out of the flaps of your box, but I'm going to use some extra bits of cardboard, glue them together, and tape it onto the box so I've got a great big reflective flap to point more sunlight into my box. Then I'll put the food in. Today I'm going to cook Anzac biscuits in my solar oven. You can find the recipe for this in another fast video workshop. It's exactly the same as the one used there. I'm getting about a tablespoon worth of the mixture, rolling into a ball, patting in my hand and squishing it down onto my baking surface, making sure it's nice and flat. I'll put the lid on my pot, put the pot inside the solar oven, put my plastic lid on the solar oven, and I'm going to use a bit of tape to seal it up to make sure there's no holes for flies to get in and no holes for heat to escape. Then I'll make sure I'm pointing my box in a northerly direction so the reflector is going to catch as many sun rays as possible to reflect into my box. Now it's going to take some time for my solar cooker to heat up, and because it's only going to hit about 120 degrees, it'll take a little bit longer for food to cook in here. At this temperature, you're going to kill all bacteria and your food is going to cook. It might not brown as much as it used to, and it may take longer. Okay, let's see what we got. It's hot. My goodness, it's hot. Ouch. Ah, that's hot. That's really hot. Oh my goodness. This is exciting. And, woo. They're still a bit squishy. They look cooked though. I'm going to put this lid back on. Ah! Okay, top tip. Use oven gloves because this solar oven really works. Really, really works. Oh. I'm having some trouble here. Whoa. Okay, I wouldn't say I wasn't confident, but my goodness, that's amazing. There we go, we'll stick that back on. Come back to that in a few hours, see if they've dried out a bit. It's exciting. Now this time I've come prepared. Ooh, it smells good. This time I've come prepared with some hand protection because last time it took me by surprise just how good it was. Take the lid off. Oh wow. So these have changed quite a bit since the first time I had them in. The first time I had them out, they were still quite pale. These have darkened up quite significantly. And they've hardened up too, that's great. Okay, let's get those out. Let's give one a try. Oh, they're well cooked, that's for sure, but they're delicious. They're still quite moist. I should probably leave these to cool for a bit. They're certainly not as hot as they were when I checked them at about 12 o'clock. Now, I had a chance to cool off since because the afternoon sun, well, the afternoon sunlight is not as intense. It's not so much about the heat from the sun, it's about the sunlight streaming in. Fantastic! I'm very pleased with this. I'm going to try to cook some other things in here, I think. Might try some rice tomorrow, see how that goes. It's day 2 of the solar cooker. I've got 1.5 cups of rice and just over 2 cups of water. That'll be enough to feed my family. Pop that in on top of the glass bowl to elevate it up a little bit. Put the lid on. It's a bit tricky, so I'm using one hand to do this while I hold the phone. There we go. And I'll just tape that up to do the edges and make sure all the heat's nicely trapped in. And we'll see how that looks tonight. Ooh, looks a little brown on top. Take the lid off. Oh, it's steamy. Let's check that out. Oh, look at that! I should be doing this with a spoon. That's beautiful, it's soft too. That's cooked. I could probably have got it out an hour earlier, but it's not a problem. A little bit of warm water will probably sort that right out. But check this out, it's actually browned on top. It's white where I've dug. You're not really supposed to get a lot of browning off the solar cookers, but it can happen. Amazing. Success. Day 2 success. Okay, let's check out this. This is a vegetable stew that I put on this morning. Let's see what we've got. It's definitely changed colour. Now I'm going to have to put this down probably for a second so I can get my oven mitts on and pull it out. Okay, check this out. This is great. I've just pulled it out. It's actually bubbling still. I'll just take the lid off. It's so hot it's bubbling. Let's see if I can... There's a little bubble. A little bubble just burst over there. I'm probably not going to be able to... Oh, did you see that? Yeah. Amazing. Now that looks pretty good. The colours are still very vibrant, which I'm very glad to see. And the carrots, I love me some stewed carrots. But how hot is it? That is pretty hot. A little too hot to eat probably. I'm gonna I'm gonna give it a try. Let me just flip the camera around. The carrot's a bit crunchy. I did do the carrots rather exceptionally large though. The bean's good. The sauce is really good. The potato's good. I think if I did this again, I'd just dice the carrot. I diced everything else, but I like big chunks of carrot, but that was a bit of a mistake. So if I diced everything, this would be absolutely perfect. And it is delicious. Definitely a win. What am I going to cook tomorrow? We hope you enjoyed this Science Week workshop. We have more workshops, so have a look at our playlist. The link is in the description below. And for more CNRL Library Innovation Studio home workshops, please like, share and subscribe this video so you and your friends can check it out in the future. And you'll be able to find our videos on TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, all the usual places at InnovationStew, #InnovationStew, and on our website, innovationstew.com.au. See you next time, and have a great Science Week!